The Korean written language was developed in the 15th century under orders from the king at the time, Sejong the Great. This writing system is different from others because it did not naturally form, and was instead built for the sole purpose of being easy to read and understand for the poor and uneducated. Before Sejong was king, the only way to read was to learn Chinese characters, which are very complex. This meant that the common people of Korea were largely illiterate because they couldn't afford to put in the time to learn how to read. This created the potential for laws to be passed that nobody knew to follow because they couldn't understand the language. The writing system used today, known as Hongul, was developed with these issues in mind. It was specifically designed to be incredibly easy to learn. On the topic of Hangul characters, the Hunmin Jeongeum Hare says, "A wise man can acquaint himself with them before the morning is over, and a stupid man can learn them in the space of 10 days.
When Graham was a sophomore in high school, his dad got orders to South Korea, and he was going to be gone a year. And so at some point, we decided to send Graham to visit his dad. And so he got over there, he fell in love with it, he loved the people, he loved the culture, he loved traveling and seeing all that he could of South Korea. He came home and he told me, "I'm gonna teach English in Korea, that's gonna be my job." It was so cool to see him truly excited about something. About 2 months after he got back, I got called into a conference at the high school, and his science teacher told me that Graham was falling asleep in class. He said that when he asked him why he was so tired, Graham told him that he was up at night learning a foreign language. And I thought that was absurd. I thought it was a total excuse. I couldn't wait to get home to get to the bottom of it. I didn't know what was going on, but I knew that wasn't it. So I confronted Graham, and sure enough, he stuck to his story. "Yeah, Mom, I'm learning a foreign language. I'm teaching myself Hangul." And I thought, oh, okay, and I didn't believe him until he picked up some Korean writing. And it just totally looked like script to me. It was just, I couldn't read Korean writing. He began to read it. I couldn't believe it. And I thought, how is this possible that this 15-year-old has taught himself how to read in Korean all by himself in the middle of the night when we're sleeping? How is this possible? But he did.
Hangul is easier to read than other East Asian scripts because the characters are built from letters, just like English. The letters are further separated into consonants and vowels. These letters can be arranged to create unique characters which make up syllables in a Korean word. Korean consonants are easy to learn because the shape of the letters mimic the shape of the mouth and teeth when the letter is enunciated. Both North and South Korea boast an over 95% literacy rate among all citizens, according to UNESCO. It is impossible to know if this is the result of good education or if it is the legacy that stems from Sejong's vision for the nation.